We're back. Episode 8, another debate. We've got a couple of points to talk about today, and we're starting off with the MVP ladder that was released by the NBA recently. I think it looks okay for the most part, but there were a few things I would probably change in that ladder. But Darbs, I'll let you go first with this one, mate.
Can you just refresh my memory? Who is the top five?
The top five. So you've got Shea at one,
Yeah,
where, and then you got Giannis,
yeah.
Jokic, Wemby, and Luca. That's the top five that's been released.
I think that's pretty accurate. I'd have Shea at one.
I think I would have Shea at one as well, but I would also,
Yeah,
I think I'd have Luca higher.
yeah. Maybe drop. I'd probably go Shea, Jokic, then maybe Giannis, Luca, and then Wemby.
Yeah, I
I
think I'd
mean,
probably,
Giannis is doing everything. Like
he is doing everything.
the
I think
numbers.
Luca is doing well as well, though. I would possibly put Luca at three.
Yeah, I had to knock Luca down after that last game.
What
Before the
happened?
last game, yeah, I would have had him up there, but
What happened in that last game?
they lost to the G League Hawks.
Hey, not only did they lose, they got absolutely smoked in that game. And
Yeah,
some of the footage out of that game where Luca dribbling into his teammates and getting the ball stolen was
yeah.
hilarious. Like,
I think his career high against the Hawks too. Like that set was it 70 point game,
oh
the
yeah.
Luca, yeah, when he's on the max. So
But yeah, and then I think what's interesting to look at as well with this MVP release is they've named their top five, but they've also given essentially 10 more names. But we can go through six, seven, eight, nine, and 10. So they've got Giddy at six, which we did speak about, last episode where Kenny, if things go right, I think he'll be right up in that conversation. More likely to get that most improved, but he can be right up there. Then they've got Maxi, Donovan Mitchell, Steph, and Sengun to round it off. Steph, I think he just hasn't played enough. But
definitely.
the others, I think they can, if they stay healthy and their teams are seated properly, I think they can make a run for it.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
especially
I
Max.
probably I think you gotta have a Detroit Piston in there.
You reckon?
They're top in the East.
They are top of the East. They're 8-2.
Yeah,
I don't think they've beaten anyone of note, you could say.
yeah, but it's a numbers thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Doesn't matter. Like you can only play who's in front of you. So,
I
and
mean,
they're winning games. So
you're not wrong, and they have been winning games. And even if you do say they haven't beaten anyone of note, they like you kind of said, they're beating teams that they should be beating.
yeah,
And once that schedule gets a bit harder, we'll probably find out a bit more about them. But for the most part, at the moment, they're doing what they're supposed to do, and I guess beating those bad teams. And boy, are there plenty of them in the East.
that, that definitely helps your MVP case.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Cade, I think was in that next bracket from 11th to 15th. But hey, again, I feel as though, like I've mentioned earlier on, a lot of these awards this year are gonna be on where teams finish. It's all gonna be about seeding. Um, Someone like Nikola Jokic, who's averaging a triple double, is like not even talked. Like he's third in MVP voting, and no one even talks about it. Uh, you know what I mean? I think that his narrative is done. They're not. I don't think he's gonna win another one. It's gonna be someone else that wins it, and that's just how the league is. Otherwise, LeBron would have got 10,
Yeah,
if not more. He's probably been the
yeah.
best player in the league for at least
Every,
15.
everyone knew the best player was in
Yeah,
his era. So
yeah. I mean, if you ask the players, they probably would have given voted for LeBron every year anyway.
yeah,
Um, and that's where you get into what does MVP really mean, right? Is it numbers? Is it the best player?
narrative.
The whole narrative. That's the
Yeah.
thing. You just don't know. But going back to the Pistons, what have you seen from them that I guess really gives Detroit fans a bit of hope heading into the start of this season, but
I think they
continue.
got a bit of a dynamic duo developing there with him and Cade and Jalen Duran.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think that's their offense runs basically through those guys, pick and roll. They got guys that can stretch the floor.
Yep.
Uh, Isaiah Stewart, he's a good rim protector. He can hit it. He's hitting threes this year.
Yep.
You
Beef
got
stew.
guys like Duncan Robinson, the 3 point snipe. Uh,
You know a team that would kill for Duncan Robinson?
who
Orlando.
yeah, straight swap.
Yeah.
Desmond Bain. Who says
Oh.
no?
He says no.
Yeah,
It's actually stinky. Like the way Detroit are constructed, they don't have the star power that Orlando do, but Orlando just
yeah,
can't put it together.
yeah. No, but yeah, Detroit, they got the continuity.
Hmm.
They still got Jaden Ivey to come back. Um,
Yep.
they're gonna have to beat these top of the division teams before people are gonna start taking them seriously. Though I think they've only beaten what Houston, probably the best team they've beaten
Yep.
so far.
Hmm.
So yeah, had a good start, but we'll see.
See as the season progresses. I think with them as well, like they've also been missing Tobias Harris for a bit as well. Who I mean, one of my friends made a really great point where he was like, Tobias Harris is the average of the NBA. Like he's the most average player that you can get. Um,
How long has he been around? He's been around for
he's
ages.
been, I mean, he was part of the whole process, wasn't he? With Philly? Well, maybe not the whole process, but he was there for a large chunk of that process. But again, he's just in that middle of the pack. I guess he kind of just clocks in, does what he needs to. Probably
Gets
not
paid
overachieving.
millions.
Gets paid millions. Yeah. In the end, he gets. I think he's still on like what a $40 million contract, maybe, or $30 million contract. So, but I really like their roster construction from the Pistons. They got, their center in place. They got a big guard in Cade, who's an absolute star, and then they put pieces around him which fit perfectly. Different guys doing different things. They had Ron Holland off the bench as well, who's that, energy guy. Asar Thompson's been playing really well in the starting lineup. So they've got a number of pieces that are just hanging around doing their job. And I think this is a season where they probably see how far they can get. Because I think we both had them about top four, top five in our Eastern Conference predictions. So I assume we'll see, say they finish top four, second round, maybe if they might get to a finals. And then at the end of this season, I think that's where they decide, do we need to go get someone else? Or, because they do have the pieces, they can put a package together for a couple of players, right? Or do they go, okay, we've got enough. Cade and Duran can take one more leap to be, like you said, a dynamic duo. And but I think when with Tatum coming back next year, you're gonna have to
Yeah,
make
like
some
are
moves.
they ever gonna be like is Cade ever gonna be a better player than Tatum? Hard to
Yeah,
say.
very hard to say. Can you win with one star as well? I know Duran's on the up, and we're both loving what he's doing, but is he a star? Yeah, yet to be proven. So a few things for the Detroit boys to think about and the fans to, I guess. I mean, it's good for the fans though. They're excited. They're getting to see some winning basketball now, and they play tough. I mean, they have a couple of games I watched. I think nearly every player had three fouls. So I was like,
Yeah,
no easy baskets against them. You got to go earn them at
no,
the free
no.
throw line, like gritty, grindy games. So, it's good to see Detroit up and about. Uh, a team that's not up and about. Well, the only thing they're up about is their age. but they have been absolutely horrible. Are the Clippers? I don't know what they're doing there. I mean, the average age on that team has to be like 30, doesn't it? Like 32 maybe.
Yeah,
Um, on paper, they looked really nice if we were in 2016, but not anymore.
yeah. I'd go into the season favorites if that was the
Yeah.
2016.
Oh man, for sure. I think, yeah. I mean, for me personally, they try hard. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's really weird to say about a vet team about, going like, oh, they try hard. But
Yeah,
a lot of these young teams, half the time, they just run out of legs in the second half. They're literally
I,
getting outrun.
that's that's their biggest problem. I think like teams now, the pace is so much quicker. Like most teams are playing as soon as the ball comes out of the net, they're throwing it, advancing it up the court.
Yeah.
The Clippers cannot hang with teams that they want to play half court.
Yeah.
Um,
Give Harden the
yeah,
ball. Let him do what he needs
yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah. They made plenty of additions to the like, which can help them. They're like a good playoff side.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
they can play different ways, multiple different lineups, personnel, that sort of thing. But they still got to get to the playoffs. You know,
Well, I
it's
mean,
a
at this
it's a
stage,
long season. If Kawhi's not playing back to back, so I don't know what's going on with that.
yeah.
You can't have Harden or Kawhi missing games this year.
No.
And Adam doesn't usually miss games, so
And
uh,
Bill is, I know, coming back from an injury, but he's been quite poor as
yeah,
well. I know he's coming back, so you got to give him a bit of time, work the system, whatever. But
yeah,
yeah, I don't like Zoo's been excellent. I really like Zoo. Um, and Derek Jones Jr., he's been doing his job in that starting lineup. Like those two guys have been showing up. But then the others, they're running out of legs. There's been multiple games where Harden's had 20 at halftime and then scored zero if points in the second half. Like your
yeah,
best player, your superstar cannot be doing that.
yeah,
Um yeah, and I think young teams just outrunning them. They need
yeah.
some speed, they need some young legs. But again, who wants some
This
old
is the this
goats?
is the this is the roster that they've gone with.
Yeah.
I don't see how they're gonna change the way that they play. Who knows?
Yeah. That's the thing though, like if you got them into a playoff series,
Yeah,
they would
they,
be good.
yeah,
You're
but
getting games when it's like 100 to 90 in a playoff, not 130 to 110.
it's not really a team that you want to see in the playoffs. I feel they got
Yeah.
guys that have played plenty of playoff games, a lot of experience. So
Hmm.
yeah, tough matchup, but I think they're sitting 12th in the West right now.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, it's not looking great
definitely
early
not.
in the season.
I think a similar team to the Clippers, who are, I think, sitting right below them, are the Kings, and I don't even know what to say about them.
Uh,
They have been at pretty much full strength all year. I know Sabonis missed a couple of games, but they can't stop anyone. I reckon me and you could average 10 points against
I don't know if I'll go that far, but
but you know what I mean? Like I think they have one defender on that team, that's Schroeder. Otherwise, their starting lineup, like Russ, DeRozan, Levine, Sabonis, all four of those guys have never been great defenders or even good defenders, I'd say. And I guess none of them have, kind of shown they want to defend, like they want to play on that end of the court. So I think that's where their challenge is. And I think we've spoken about this before, but can they package someone up to get us some defense in and help that team?
definitely think that's going to be a big thing to watch because yeah, like you said, they can't stop anyone.
No.
They're like one of those teams like you play in 2K. You're like, oh yeah, I'll pick the Kings. Like they got Zach LaVine, Rosen,
Yeah.
Westbrook. Like these guys, they're fun to watch. They can score.
Yeah.
They can score points in bunches, but like there's minimal defensive effort on that team.
100%.
Um, and being in the West, it's a tough night. I think OKC the other night, Isaiah Hardenstein had
Yeah.
freaking 30 and 19. Like that's
Uh,
that's a role player for them.
yeah, I know.
They
I
couldn't
mean, that's
stop with him.
baffling. I think the
Yeah.
other thing as well is like, I know Russ can still do Russ things, but he can't be your best offensive player on that team either.
He's already the guy in Sacramento. He's been there for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know. I know.
How does that like I don't understand how that happens.
I
And
feel as
he's
though,
like
yeah,
he's yeah, he plays well, like he's playing efficient, but there's two sides of basketball with
I know.
the
I know.
defensive.
And I feel as though like a lot of these guys, I think they've taken their, I guess, final contracts and they're chilling.
Yeah.
They get to hoop every day still. I mean, a lot of these guys are making still $30 million a year, so they're happy, but they definitely need to get some defense in. I'd be calling anyone who's got a defender free and me seeing if they want to come play for the Kings.
Yeah.
Um, because I think like the Clippers on paper, their lineup is like, oh, all right, these guys might be able to do something. Again, like
Mm.
the Clippers 10 years ago, sure. Maybe not so much anymore.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, I mean, both of those Western Conference teams, they have their own issues that you hope they can solve before the season ends to kind of see if they can make a run later on in the season. I don't really see the Kings doing it. I think the Clippers are too senior and too smart to really just fall away, especially with Ty Lue as their coach as well. Like, I don't think they'll just disappear, but a 500 team might not make the eight in the West. So if they're gonna hover around that 500 mark, I don't see them being a threat to anyone.
Yeah. A lot of old dogs.
A lot of old dogs, and not healthy either.
Mm.
They just don't want to play.
Yeah.
Um, cool. That's like I guess a bit of the discussion points that we had today. We wanted to go through, I guess, we've been looking at some of the numbers and some of the stats that we've seen so far this year. And we can go through some of the main stats. I don't want to get too nerdy and bore the casual fans out there with numbers, but it's a pretty important part of the game, and a lot of teams are big into their stats and getting the best shot off, and the most basic 1 3s are better than twos, which you learn when you're 2 years old, 3 years old doing maths in kindergarten. Like, not rocket science. Only took the league 60 years to figure it out. But some of the, I guess, like the main stats that we've been seeing, points leaders at the moment, you've got some of the guys that just keep coming up in conversation: Giannis, Maxi, Shea. The surprising one for me in that is actually Austin Reeves. Yeah, I mean, we both picked him in our surprising team in that shooting guard spot, but he truly has been cooking on that Lakers team, especially because he got a few games without Luca. Obviously, LeBron's not playing. But are there any surprises for you in that points statistics at the moment?
Um, yeah, it's like I mean Tyrese Maxey's still averaging 33.
Yeah.
Uh, I guess that's a bit more expected now that Joel Embiid's been on a minutes restriction and he's playing nearly 40 minutes a game.
Yeah.
So
I think
I
if you would
mean,
have said
yeah,
that at the start of the year, people would have laughed at you. Like Maxi averaging 33.
yeah.
Like,
No
no
one,
chance. It's not with Embiid there.
nah, but yeah, he's definitely taken the lead spot for the Sixers. Donovan Mitchell, Garland's come back. They
Yeah.
got DeAndre Hunter. They got plenty of guys that can score on their team. Um, yeah, he's still putting up massive numbers.
I think for
Uh,
Donovan Mitchell is like he scores in such quick bunches that you don't realize. Like the other day I was watching a game and he had 3 points at halftime or something. And by the halfway through the fourth quarter, he was on like 21.
was that the Bulls game?
Yeah, that was the Bulls game.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
and it comes out of nowhere. He hit like three threes in a row, and I'm like,
yeah,
all right.
the guy, yeah, he's one of these guys. Like he's gonna have games where he hits seven threes in a game. Like, and
Yeah,
he'll hit them quick. He'll get them quick, like straight off the rip. He just go out there
definitely.
firing, and like it's disheartening for other teams
Oh,
with.
100%. I mean, he's probably the pinnacle of like a microwave scorer, right? Like,
Yeah,
you're not putting him, he's probably I mean, he's very good and he can score multiple ways, but he's a guy when he gets hot, he goes from, 5 points in a quarter to 45 at the end of the game.
yeah, and just the variety of ways that he can, like, he's got the long ball, but some of the like the scoring moves that he has in the paint, the
Yeah.
floaters, gets to the line, like, and
I,
he's still got that ability to like put someone on a poster. So
oh, yeah, 100%. He's still very, I love his little pickup move that he does where he like picks
yeah,
the
yeah,
ball
and like
over.
swings the ball
It
over.
around, man.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
I mean, when I see that, I'm like, oh no. They're like, I feel
yeah.
bad for the other team because they got a
Because
long
he
night
he
ahead.
plays he plays like at his own pace. Like
Yeah,
Maxi's a bit more of a like a downhill guy. Like he's either getting to the three or he's getting straight to the rim.
yeah,
Where Donovan, he kind of plays with pace a bit more.
definitely. I
Um,
think he's definitely gotten better at that, like in recent times. Because I think when he was at Utah, he was more like the Maxi, or
yeah,
downhill, or
yeah,
I mean, because he was obviously younger then as well, so he was just trying to put guys on posters as well. So.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, Donnie's doing a great job at Cleveland. They're obviously going very well as well. Rebounds, your boy.
Uh, well, Jalen Duran.
Yeah. He's right
Hey
up
man,
there.
yeah,
12 rebounds a game, doing a job for the
yeah.
Pistons. Any,
That's a big reason for why they're doing what they're doing. They're a good rebounding team,
yeah,
but he's a big part of that, obviously. So
definitely. They're also a big team as well, like in general.
yeah, no,
So you hope they can get most of those defensive boards.
yeah, no,
I think the surprising one here for me is Hardenstein, but
mm,
in a team that's stacked with talent, I know he's still the center. The minutes are a bit weird for him. He's, so anywhere around 25 to 30, but he's still averaging nearly 12 rebounds a game.
mm,
Um, Probably helped by that 20 rebound game yesterday against the
yeah,
Kings, but he's the surprise for me. But again, I guess that's the center's job to get defensive rebounds. So he's doing
yeah.
what he's doing. Any
He's
other
the, he's the
surprises?
only guy that plays in the paint on that team, so
Yeah,
he's gonna
100%.
get those.
And then assists, we've got again. See, like I'm so surprised. Jokic is averaging 12 assists.
Yeah, it's
Yet,
just
not a word, not a peep.
because this is what is expected of him. If he doesn't have a triple double in the game, people are like, "What happened?"
What happened?
That's the levels that we're talking about. Like
He's
this
he's the
guy.
only player left, I'm pretty sure at the moment, who's still averaging a triple double for the
Yeah,
season.
yeah,
So again, excellent season from him, dishing out absolute dimes. Another Detroit player on there with Cade, nearly averaging 10. He's just under.
mm,
Giddy having an excellent season so far at around the 9 mark. So there's a lot of guys doing their jobs. My surprise pick out of this stats was Drew Holiday. He's having an excellent season. He's averaging 8 assists. Um, he's 35 years old. I know age shouldn't come into it, but he's doing a job for Portland, and they're going all right. So
yeah.
you know what? Maybe he's a piece for someone if they think maybe we're just missing a guard or a defensive guard. Can we make a trade for him? So we
Well,
might see that later on down the track.
a lot of Drew Holiday fans. Every team can use a Drew Holiday. So
Yeah, I feel like he's just the guy you want on your team, right? Like, no
yeah.
fuss. Seems like a nice dude. Gets the job done.
That's all you want, man.
Did you have anyone that you saw in this list where you're like, oh wow, like I didn't really realize they were having that good of a season?
I'm just having a quick look now, and I can see Davion Mitchell from the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
Uh, like he's not even a guy that I think that would be in that sort of that level of player to
Yeah.
be averaging the assists like that. So
I think for Miami, the pace they're playing at now, I think it definitely is probably helping him because,
yeah,
they're putting up some massive totals. And I think I saw a stat somewhere where they're averaging like 105 possessions per 48 minutes, which is ridiculous.
yeah,
Like, they could honestly, if they shot crazy numbers, they could put up like 170 on a team
yeah,
with the amount of possessions they're getting, right? So I'm sure he's definitely helped by that. But yeah, that's surprising. But Miami, they're going along all right as well. They're fun to watch. They all hustle and
yeah,
stuff. Play fast
yeah.
basketball.
They had I think 53 after the first quarter against Charlotte the other day.
Yeah,
It's the second highest scoring quarter in NBA history.
that's crazy.
So I, I thought that was something notable.
53 and a quarter is crazy.
Well, the first team was that 2015-16 Golden State Warriors. So
The
uh,
15-16 one. So that was without KD, right?
oh maybe it was the team. Oh, not one of those sides, but
Yeah. I think 15-16 that would have been without KD. That would have been probably just Steph or Clay just going
yeah,
nuts in a quarter.
yeah.
Was that the highest
And
for any quarter or for the first quarter?
any quarter.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so and they only just beat Charlotte in that game, I think. So
Yeah. I know because Charlotte came back so
yeah,
quickly.
they went to sleep after the first quarter.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, when you're shooting that well. Blocks. I mean, there's no surprise who's leading this. Wemby's, I think he's going to be the highest averaging blocks for the next 10 years if he stays healthy.
Yeah,
No one's going to get close. The surprise, though, is the guy at number two, who I guess most people might not even know who he is, but he's the starting center for Charlotte.
mm,
Ryan Kalkbrenner, if I'm saying that right. Kalbrenner? Kalbrenner?
yeah, no,
We'll
no
get it.
idea.
We'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get it right at some point. But he's nearly averaging, well, he's averaging 2.5 blocks per game, which is outstanding. And you're doing a good job as a starting center if you can keep up those numbers for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
Any surprises for you in there?
uh, yeah. Isaiah Stewart, maybe.
Yeah.
Uh, he's. I think he's mainly playing the power forward this year
Hmm.
with Duran at center. So
Yep.
I mean that's a pretty to be top five in blocks playing power forward. I think that's pretty.
Yeah. In restricted minutes as well. Like it's not like he's playing 35 minutes every night. So
Yeah, he's only
um,
playing 23 a night. So
yeah. So he's doing a great job. And I think it's like the more and more you look through some of these like individual stats, you can understand why the teams are seated where
yeah,
they are at the moment. Like there's so many Pistons boys through here, OKC guys through here. That's why they're top of each conference. Like the individual stats marry up to the team doing well, and that's what you're seeing. Um, Steals, Casey Wallace leading that again, an OKC guy, defensive guy, doing a great
mm,
job. Dyson Daniels at two. The Hawks, they're playing 500 basketball at the moment.
yeah,
I like them though. I think they are giving me last year's Pacers vibes. Very
mm,
early to call, but they have a similar-ish team, and they do have a guy that can make a big shot when you need it in Trey. So I'm still very high on them. And if Dyson Daniels does what he's been doing, and then Trey to come back, Jalen Johnson, I think they could make a decent push.
yeah. I like that. The Jalen Johnson.
Yeah.
That guy, he's kind of taken a bit more of a load with Trey Young out.
Yep.
So um, I've heard things about people saying, do they need Trey Young?
Yeah, I know.
Um, yeah, always hard to say.
I think so. Like the lineup they've been putting out without Trey Young is so big because they
Yeah,
have
yeah,
Nickel Alexander Walker starting at the one with Daniels, so like two big guards
yeah,
plus Jalen Johnson, starting at three, Porzingis. It's a big team without Trey in there.
yeah. Uh,
Uh,
less defensive liability. Trey Young's like he's getting picked on
oh, I mean, all
most
the time,
matchups.
all the
Yeah,
time.
so
So, I mean, it is interesting to say, and I don't know where it goes down the track with Trey because I think he
mm,
hasn't signed back up with them as well. So he might be
yeah,
looking for a new home regardless.
mm,
So it'll be interesting to see. And Trey's, I think, a little bit older than that core group that's coming through now. But again,
yeah,
they've got, Porzingis who's a bit older.
yeah. They still got to see how it goes with like him and Porzingis sort of thing.
Yeah,
He's never had a big guy that can shoot like him. So
yeah, definitely.
yeah.
So yeah, I think I mean, I'm still very high on the Hawks. They'll be good. And, they've got some guys that are playing some decent basketball. Sweet. I know you've been researching some stats over the last few days. Were there any other surprising ones for the season that you found?
Oh, I was just looking at the PER stat, which is the points per minute. I think it is. And the top five, it was like your usual guys,
Yeah.
Jokic, Giannis,
Yeah.
Shea. But coming in number five was Jalen Duren. I know I keep talking about this guy every week, but
He's everywhere. He's just
that
literally in
that's
every stat.
that's something that stood out to me. I don't like. I'm still a bit iffy on the whole PER thing.
Yeah,
It's a new thing to me, but I just thought that was that's something that stood out to me. Anyway,
yeah. I
Jalen
mean,
Duren
would you
at
say
number.
you're built like Jalen Duren?
Hey man, I don't know. We'll let the viewers decide.
I'll chalk up you and Jalen Duren side by side.
maybe that's why I like Jalen Duren so much because he's like same sort of build as me,
Yeah, only like a foot taller.
just gym bros, we're just bonding.
Bond at
I
the
see a bit
gym.
of myself in him. But, but
Maybe you can be like his sensei or something and coach him. Get a job with the
yeah,
Pistons.
yeah, that'd be sick.
I might have to chuck you and Jalen Duren side by side on the socials and see what people think.
Let me do a few push-ups first.
Yeah, get a quick pump in.
Yeah.
No, that's good. But that's really it for us on this episode. It's been a couple of quiet days. Usually after the weekend, you see a few things that come out, but it's been pretty quiet. We saw Giddy's ankle get broken. I guess that was
Yeah,
another thing that we saw. That was a crazy move. Like,
that was pretty loud.
yeah, and it's probably going to be on all of his highlights for the rest of his life,
Yeah,
no matter what he does.
yeah, not his
um,
best moment.
no, but yeah, it was a quiet weekend. That's the NBA, I guess, when there's not much, a lot happening. There's not a whole lot to talk about. So we'll be back again in a couple of days with hopefully a few more things to talk about. Maybe we do little segments on each of us and our basketball journeys for the next episode because I guess it's time for the people to know who we really are and what we do. But once again, thanks for joining me. Always a pleasure. And I will catch you in a few days.